mind, body, and soul. I'm here to help busy women and moms ditch the overwhelm, trust their intuition again, and build a life that actually feels good to wake up to through mindset, transformation, manifestation, spiritual growth, and overall health. Today, we're diving into the difference between happy and fulfilled and why you've been chasing the wrong one. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much for being here today and taking the time for you to invest in yourself and learn a little bit about intuition, mindset, energetics, all the fun stuff with me. So I am so happy that you're here. Today, like I said, we're going to dive into the difference between happiness and fulfillment and why people chase the wrong one. But really, I want to explain the difference between those two things because they are very different. And we're actually going to have two parts to this episode. This topic is near and dear to my heart because I feel like there are so many of us who are drifting through life. They're not being present. You're running around to the next event, the next task, the next social gathering, the next whatever it is. You're always like, okay, what's next? What's next? Okay, I achieved this thing. What's next? Okay, so I have the boyfriend. Great. When are we going to get engaged? Okay, cool. We got engaged. Now when am I going to get married? All right, awesome. We got married. Now when am I going to have a baby? Or like, oh, great. Got my dream job. That's awesome. Check the box. Now when am I going to become manager? Great. Check the box. Okay, now when am I going to get my next promotion? And I'm saying all these things because that was also me and my mindset too. And it's really hard to get out of that. If you're constantly chasing what's next, you're never really living in the now. And I really wanted to talk about this today because I've talked to multiple people this past week, and all of them are in the same boat of not being able to see fulfillment or even just basic happiness around them currently. They're all in the state of, I'll be happy when blank. And again, when you say that, that happiness continues to be out of reach and will always be out of reach because, newsflash, everyone, if you're always chasing external happiness, you're chasing the external results, the body, the promotion, the job, the relationship, the money, the whatever, insert whatever you're chasing next, the I'll be happy for sure this time. I know I'll be happy for sure when I've done blah, blah, blah. And guess what? That doesn't happen, does it? You're happy for a little bit and then the next thing creeps in like, oh no, I don't have a house. Now I need a house. I'm not happy until I have a house. And at the end of the day, external things won't bring you happiness. You need to feel and you need to find deep fulfillment internally within yourself, who you are today, not who you are tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, who you are today and why you're perfect today. So, to dive into a little bit deeper, the difference between happiness and fulfillment, because they are neurologically different, like from a brain perspective, they are different. Happiness is pleasure, it's feeling good in the moment. It's driven largely by dopamine, so like reward, anticipation, and it's short-lived. So it's like, ooh, got the promotion, happy. Ooh, saw my friend, happy. Ooh, I got a gift, happy, happiness, short, and then it goes away. Fulfillment is a sense of meaning, of purpose, and alignment with your values. You feel like you're in a life that's actually yours. It's a long-term. This one in the brain, it doesn't fade away the way pleasure does because it's a more sustained activity in the prefrontal cortex, and it's just a different reward pattern than happiness. Another interesting scientific tidbit about happiness, it's kind of like a drug, if you think about it, because every time in humans in their brain, when you get something, happiness, whether it's something positive or negative in your life change, let's say you get a new job, a raise, a promotion, marriage, each milestone gives you a high and then it fades because your brain just recalibrates. Oh, okay, this is our new normal. This is a new happiness normal. And then each time you have to get a little bit higher and higher and higher to feel even more happiness. And it's not a personal failure, I would say. This is just kind of how the brain works. And we can adjust it. We can actually be happy with the things that we get and see why we should be grateful in the moment. But typically, this is how your brain works. It's like a drug when you think about all those shows, or when we were younger and doing the DARE program. I don't know why I remember this. I don't even know what YouTube video or whatever I had to watch, but I just remember watching this video on drugs, and every time you did meth or whatever the drug was that they were talking about, the first hit that you get, it's like life-changing. Everything feels amazing. You're happy, you're on cloud nine. It just feels so good. And then the next time you take it, it's not as good, but still it's kind of like, okay, yeah, that feels good, but that wasn't as good. It wasn't like the first high. So then you have to do more to get that same level, that high, that happiness. So weird weird thing to talk about, but that's just kind of the visual of what the brain looks like when you're chasing happiness all of the time. And I will say it's difficult to actually connect to things that bring you true fulfillment versus just focusing on happiness, because if you are in a state that you're totally disconnected from yourself and you're thinking nothing is working out for me, nothing good is happening for me, and you're kind of just in this hopeless state, or you're just maybe not in a hopeless state and you don't realize that, maybe subconsciously you are, but you're just so busy, you're in a stressed out state, you have, your kids are yelling, you're trying to balance your kids, yourself, your job, your husband, your partner, whatever it is, or you have this job that you're kind of chained to and you are always working, and then when you're done working you have to go home to your kids, and it's just there's always something that you're so disconnected to who you are and what actually makes you happy. It's really hard to jump from talking about happiness to just we're going to get you on your path for true fulfillment. So we can't really do that in this episode. That's why I'm breaking this up into two. This episode, I want to start really basic for the first step here. And what I mean by that is a tool that's going to help you connect with yourself and your own happiness first is think about what's going well for you right now. And you can focus on the areas that you feel are the most important to you if that's easier. Like for me, I feel like my highest value areas in life right now are my family and my career. For me personally, I would start thinking every day in the beginning of the day, what am I truly grateful for? Like, what am I loving about these areas of life for me? So for me, I am just so happy that I have a supportive husband who allows me to focus on being Olivia's mom and also on starting my own business. He is working right now to support our family. He allowed me to quit my job and just be a full-time mom. And also he supports me in this business venture that I really want to do, because for me, I know that this is what I'm meant to be doing. It's my soul purpose, and I'm getting on that soul path of my life, right? I'm deeply emotionally connected to that statement. I believe it. And I'm like, this is going so well for me right now. Another thing on that list is I'm so grateful that I get to impact women every single day. And to just talk about one of my clients, I was able to help her feel true happiness and wake up feeling there's so much to look forward to in this life versus feeling disconnected from who she is and hopeless and not thinking like, oh, I'm never going to be happy. This is just what life is. So I was able to help someone get out of that. What a blessing that I'm able to do that. Again, really thinking for yourself in the morning, at night, whenever you can do this, what is going well for you right now? What are you grateful for? And doing it for a couple areas of life. Is it family or career or finances important? Is your physical health important? You know what those areas of life are that are important to you. If you want to do more than one, do more than one. When you're doing this, and we've went over this before in another episode, but it's so important to emotionally connect and feel those statements deep down in your core, in your heart, to help you create more of it, to be able to see more of the good that's happening in your life already. So if you're just like, oh yeah, I have a husband that loves me, that's great, check off the box, but it's just checking off the box. There's nothing behind that. You're not actually believing it. There's not emotions. You don't feel that little ping in your heart, that true connection. That doesn't count. Write something else on that list. Another thing that you can do to connect to finding happiness and getting closer to that fulfillment, because we do want to be in that place of true fulfillment. But again, we're starting basic right now. So to start with, finding happiness is planning 1 hour of fun in your week. And this sounds so silly. It really does. Trust me, I know. But I did this. 3 years ago, I think 3 years ago at this point, when I was just feeling lost and I didn't know what I should be doing. I didn't know really what I wanted to be doing. Maybe it was 4 years ago. I can't remember at this point, but it was a few years ago. And I just didn't know what was my purpose. I felt lost in my job. I just felt so disconnected. And I was like, I feel like I should be doing more and I'm not happy and I couldn't see a lot of good that was going on around me. And someone gave me this advice and I thought it was so stupid, but it really, truly saved me, I think, because I started to try something new. Every single week, I tried something new. And I started recording this podcast or thinking about recording it, planning it out, because that sounded fun to me. That was fun. I was doing Legos. I was painting. I was coloring. I went to this walking group. I tried so many new things. And it was really cool because every time I sat down and did that 1 hour of fun for myself, I learned something new about myself. It made me happy and it showed me that I was following through on a commitment to myself, but I would also get all of these ideas and it would just open up, kind of like showing me what I should be doing in this life, what my soul was dying to do. And it didn't happen the very first time I did it or the second time. I just felt at peace. It felt good to be doing these things. So don't just be like, okay, I'm going to sit down and do this once and then I'm going to have this soul awakening. Like, no, that's not how it works. You've been in this place of not seeing happiness for how long? 1 year, 2 year, your lifetime. It's not going to take 5 minutes, an hour to undo that whole thing. You know that. Sit down, plan 1 hour, one block of fun for yourself that you're going to do. Go for a walk, read a book, go to a new coffee shop, color. There are endless options. And if you really don't know, Google a list of fun things you can do. If you want to do something free, Google that and go and do that thing. Trust me, you will thank me, your body, you will thank yourself for doing this. Your body will thank you for doing this. It's going to bring you so much clarity the more that you do this. And I was very resistant to doing this at first, but it really did change my life. So try this. Another tip and tool for you is movement. Movement is helpful in being able to calm down your nervous system. We all love those nervous system hacks. This is one of them. Moving your body is going to help you see clearly and, again, better connect to who you are. So if you want to go for a walk for your period of fun and listen to a podcast, whatever you want to do, you can, hit two birds with one stone or whatever, whatever you want, analogy you want to use. Go for a walk, whether it's outside or maybe you even watch your favorite Netflix show because it's really hot outside now while you're walking inside. So that's a fun thing you could do too. Or maybe you do yoga, swim, whatever it is that sounds enjoyable for 15 to 20 minutes at least. Moving your body is so huge, again, to regulate yourself, your nervous system, to put yourself first, prioritize yourself and take care of yourself, which will lead to, again, you showing up for yourself leads to happiness, helps you get closer to that fulfillment that we're going to get to. We will get there. Oh, but Tatiana, I don't have time. My kids are crying. I have a newborn. I have this job I have to do. I don't have any time in my day. Yeah, you're speaking to the choir. I know. I remember not having time. I still can tell you that I don't have, or I feel like I don't have time sometimes because I love doing 1,000,001 things. I know you want to prioritize doing your laundry and cleaning and doing something for your husband or your friend or whatever task you feel that needs to be done that is prolonging you putting yourself first and you finding your true fulfillment because you're continuously putting everyone else first and yourself last. And that's how you never get what you want in life. So this is me giving you some tough love because I need to do this for myself every day. And it's easy for me to put myself last, but I'm in a new season of life that is causing me to put myself first again. And it's great. I mean, I have a 7-month-old. I have some personal things going on that I'll share in the future. And I'm trying to start this business. I have a lot of things on my plate, and I know how important it is to put myself first. So I'm using the time when Olivia, my daughter, is napping to literally 15 minutes, 15-minute, 20-minute workout. That's enough. That's good. I took the time, moved my body. Who cares? 5 minutes, whatever time you have, do it, because you're showing yourself you're still putting yourself first. Use that time when your child is napping or when your partner is home. They can watch your child for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever they can handle. Or maybe your friend or your parents or someone you can trust can watch your kids for the hour. Just an hour, just 30 minutes even, is life-changing when you are constantly putting everyone else first. Try doing this. Just see what happens. See how you feel when you do this. The laundry can wait. The dishes can wait. The clean, pristine house can wait. What is that actually doing for you anyway? Like having this beautiful house when you're doing nothing for yourself. That's not the life goal. The life goal is to be happy and live life, you know? You know what I'm saying? Can you tell I hate cleaning? But I do clean too, because I do think that's important as well. But I also prioritize myself. And you have to remember the reason you're doing these things is because you will show up as a better mom, friend, daughter, best version of yourself ever, and what you're actually meant to be doing in this life. This will help you connect to more happiness around you and eventually find that true fulfillment. Because if you're pouring into yourself, you're finally able to think clearly, to have a calm presence and clear mind, and hear God, hear your intuition, and connect to your intuition, which is going to help you be like, oh, wow, I'm actually really desiring to go and work with children. I would love to teach children. And you never had that thought. Maybe you're an engineer right now and you work with numbers all day. And you're like, whoa, that's a 180. That's weird. Never thought I would want to do that. And then that's your first intuitive thought, right? And then you figure out how to get there and what you actually want to do. And that takes time, because true fulfillment comes from presence and realizing that whatever it is you're doing is on your true soul path. Even if it is engineering and you're meant to work with kids, how is that actually going to help you get to your true soul path? What in engineering, and that's a lot of data, a lot of problem solving, a lot of logic, you need those brain things. How intelligent, those brain things. You need those skills in order to work with children. You have to use your brain. You have to be logical in your brain. Like, okay, how can I bargain with this child? What bargaining tools can I use? Be creative. You can make it work. You can be like, what I'm doing now is not a waste of time, because I can guarantee you whatever you're doing right now is getting you on your soul path and on the path of true fulfillment. You just have to realize that. But again, we're diving more into the second part of this, which will be in the next episode. Really, you need to first focus on the basic levels of happiness, of presence, of peace, of putting yourself first to get into that deeper phases of fulfillment. And I just think it's important for you to know that everything you're going through, learning and experiencing, again, is going to help you achieve your soul's purpose in life and help impact all of the people you are meant to impact in this lifetime. You're meant to change the world through so many different people. You don't realize the ripple effect you changing one person's life has. That's going to impact all of the people that person comes into contact with, their kids, their mom, their family, and then it ripples down to those other people that those people have in contact with. So it's just amazing and incredible how many lives you can change when you're on your soul path and in general. If you don't even know who you are, though, the first step that we talked about, and you're out of touch, your nervous system is totally out of whack, you're in this state of fight or flight, oh my goodness, constantly. And that means we can't really move on to the next step of finding true fulfillment, because you're all a wackadoo situation right now. Get out of the wackadoo mode and, fix yourself. You have the opportunity to fix your shit. Only you can do it. I can tell you what helps me. I can tell you, I can preach at you. I can try to be the best friend I can to my friends. And at the end of the day, it's up to them. maybe they're not ready for this. They're not ready to live their best life. They want to be playing the victim mode for a little bit longer. And maybe you need to be in the victim mode a little bit longer too. There is no good or bad. Just eventually you're going to wake up one day and be like, I'm tired of living like this. I need to change my life. And only you have the power to change your life. Just remember that. This is a very much tough love episode today. I'm feeling very passionate about this right now. I think it's because of all the conversations I've had this past week. I want to shake these people and be like, you don't have to live like this. I love you. I want you to love yourself too. Anyway, you may feel so out of touch that you are lost and don't even know what you're meant to be doing in this lifetime, or what you would even enjoy doing to begin with. You don't even know what brings you happiness, what's fun for you. So that's why we need to go back to the basics. Like I said, you have to start small before just jumping into the deep dive end, the little deep zone, deep end of the pool where it's 20 feet deep and you don't even know how to swim and you don't have any floaties. So we need to give you some floaties first and give you some swim lessons, which is what I'm doing with the tools of the 1 hour of fun per week, figuring out what's going well in your life right now. Those are your floaties. Those are your swim lessons. Do your swim lessons before you dive to 20 feet deep of water. You know what happens if you can't swim? Yes, you will drown. But I'm here to help you not drown because I'm your little lifeguarding friend. To wrap this up, there is a difference between fulfillment, true deep fulfillment, and happiness. And happiness isn't really something we want to chase after because it's more like a drug and it's temporary and it's our quick dopamine fix. Eventually, we want to get to that true fulfillment area. In order to reach true fulfillment, we first need to get in touch with who we are and get a little bit more present in life and regulate our nervous system. So your tools, remember, you're going to start each day or end each day thinking about what is going well for you right now in your life. Focus on those areas that are most important to you if you would like. What are you truly grateful for? And emotionally connect. Then you are going to plan 1 hour of fun per week. Do something new and fun for you. If you don't know if it's fun, try it. If you hate it, great. You tried something new. It's important to do hard things in life because that builds character and your soul likes that. So go do something fun that's new and you're scared. Do it anyway. Last thing, and wrapping it up, is movement. Movement is medicine. Movement will regulate your nervous system. Movement will help you connect again with who you truly are. So those 3 tools are your homework for this episode. This week, after this episode, try to plan this into your week. Remember, 5 minutes of movement. That whatever you have time for, do it. Ask yourself this. If you're like, oh, but Tatiana, I don't have time. Okay, yeah, I understand. Do I have time in my day? The answer is yes, because I could say no, but we all have at least 5 minutes. It's how you choose to prioritize your time. Do I catch myself doom scrolling on social media? Yes, I do. And I hate that. So I'm working on it because that's a whole other rabbit hole I don't want to go down. But I find myself doing that. I find myself on my computer. I find myself in different situations. And when I find myself doing that, I'm like, whoa, no, my daughter's only asleep for 30 minutes sometimes. I only have 30 minutes. What should I really be doing during this time? And there are times when you need to rest too. And that knowing when you need to rest, knowing when you need to move, knowing when you need to do something fun, that's why it's so important to connect with who you are and your intuition, because then you will truly know what you actually need to do. So that's what I'm trying to help you do. Connect with your true self. And yes, that's it. Wrapping up this episode. Next episode, we'll go in deeper into fulfillment. And that's going to be an exciting episode as well. If you struggle with this, I have some exciting news for you popping off tomorrow. This episode's dropping Monday, so popping off on Tuesday on my Align Movement Co. Instagram. Me and Grace are launching something so special, and this is our first version of it called a beta launch. And I will go into more details with that because this is just, we're so excited about this. And everything in this episode I'm talking about lines up so well with what we're doing. And I'm being really mysterious because I don't want to launch this without her, and we are launching it Tuesday. So if you're interested in learning more, because I gave you absolutely nothing go to my Align Movement Co. Instagram and or TikTok, and we will be posting the details there. I'll also share it on my aligned_with_purpose Instagram as well. So we'll share it on all the socials. Don't forget to follow me there. That is where you can ask me the fun sip and chat segment questions, which we are about to transition to. And that's my favorite part of these episodes, one of the favorite part anyway. So let's move on. It is time to switch gears and move on to our sip and chat segment. So grab your favorite drink, relax, and let's have a fun conversation. And as you know, this segment is just me answering some fun listener questions that I got from my Instagram DMs or in my comment sections. So you can leave your questions to me in my DMs by following me on @aligned_with_purpose for the next episode. Let's take a sip of our favorite drink. I got my drink this time. Again, you never hear it, but it just makes me a little happy. Speaking of happiness, taking a sip of my water with electrolytes in it and thinking I'm giving you some high quality ASMR, which is not accurate. Anyways, there's lots of good questions. So I think today we're going to do, this one lines up with the episode really well. So we're going to answer, is there a version of your life you had to grieve in order to be happy with the one you're living? That's kind of a very deep question. But I do think the past year, I've had a lot of little, I don't know if you want to call them ego deaths or soul deaths, or just regrowing into a new human, is going from not being a mom to being a mom. Like that was a version of myself I had to grieve, is the selfish version of me, which was just focused on my wants, my desires, anything that I needed to do and wanted to do or even didn't want to do, working all the time and just chasing a career, which I thought career was the most important thing for me. So that version of myself, before I even gave birth, when I was pregnant with Olivia, I was constantly grieving that because I didn't know career wouldn't be as important to me as her and family would be at that time. But I knew that I wouldn't be able to just drop everything and go on a trip and travel, because I used to travel all the time. I love traveling. So I knew I wouldn't be able to do that or do whatever workout class I wanted to do anymore, or just go and hang out with my friends. I just knew my life was going to change drastically. And it was scary because now this child relies so deeply on you. You are their world. You are their life source. You are everything to them. And you can no longer be selfish. You can't be selfish. You have to put this child, I don't want to say first, you have to make sure that they are taken care of. You still need to put yourself first, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to show up as the best version of yourself for this child. So it's just a new way of doing it though. Like instead of, oh, I'm going to go like hang out and go work out for 2 hours and go like walk around with some friends. And no. It's just being more efficient with your time and doing that. I wake up, I drink my water, I grab Olivia, drink my water. When I put her down, she's whining a little bit. Okay, I need to drink my water to do something for myself. Drink water, grab her again, hold her. We're all good to go. So little things like that. When she sleeps, I get in my workout. 20 minutes, that's enough. I'm still doing stuff for myself. But it's such a drastic change from what my life used to be. But I feel like I grieved it so much up to the point of her being born that I didn't really need to do that as much afterwards. It was just a sleep deprivation. That part was hard. That was hard during the newborn phase. But she's doing so much better now. The other thing was I used to stay up late, would stay up so late and sleep in or whatever. I don't do that. Now I go to bed when she goes to bed, because she wakes up early, goes to bed by 8:30, wakes up by 6. So I want to get in enough sleep and feel good the next day. I was staying up late. I was prioritizing the wrong things for a little bit before quitting my job. But now I feel so much better. Anyway, that was a long answer, but that is the latest thing that I've grieved. I guess also grieving working for a corporate job, that version of myself, to this new version of myself where I'm truly putting what I want to do, myself, my family, above a career, above someone else's business. And I don't even think that's a grieving process. That's just, it was just a change. It's more of a celebratory thing because I'm like, thank God that I finally was able to do that. So anyways, that wraps up our sip and chat segment. Thank you so much for the deep question today. Love your question. Please continue to send them in. And thank you for joining me today. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Your support always means everything for me, to me, and I really hope that this episode resonated with you. If it did, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes, and send it to someone who needs to hear it. And I just want to make sure that I'm reaching all the people that need to listen to these episodes. I want to impact whoever's meant to be impacted. And I genuinely love these podcasts. I really am going to aim to do these weekly because that's me committing to myself and committing to you, because this is part of what I'm meant to be doing in this world. So I will link anything important in these episode descriptions, any links, anything like that. And just thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Next episode will be all about fulfillment. We talked about happiness and fulfillment today and the difference between the two. And yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon.